So here's another war. We're facing LVT, and I have 6 kitty fights. I'm really proud of this war, except for one thing that you're gonna see. It's you'll see. It's pretty pathetic. I'm not too worried about it though. I'll talk about it in the outro. I'll do a little outro and give some thoughts. But for now, here's a Path Valkyrie that doesn't really matter. Rewatching it, I'm starting to see like the tea leaves of where I'm gonna mess up later. And I think part of it is I was rushing and I wasn't being as patient as I should be. TCN's a good alliance. They've been insane the past 3 wars coming into here. I think they end up actually dying more this war than they did the past 3. They need to catch a break. They deserve masters, especially above some of the alliances that are not locked in, but are in masters currently. So I'm hoping they do pull it off. A lot of very nice people who, during this, in SSX extended chat, we're just good banter and good times. So here's this Chavez, node 19, no wags, in the bin. I was worried about this, and Kitty is just, when she gets going, she gets going. Next up, I have a node 22 Nick Fury. I put an Odin pre-fight on here, and it goes extremely well. I died to a Nick earlier this season because we had some drama and I wasn't focused. So coming into this fight, I knew this was my redemption time. I knew that my ability accuracy would be reduced, so my goal starting off this fight was to beta heavy and heavy counter it, because the Nimrod synergy will give me a guaranteed crit and I'll immediately start phasing. So I hit into his block. I'm gonna just keep on trying to get my unblockable up. When I face Nick Fury with Kitty, one of the things I love to do is just phase his special 1, and especially in this tactic, that's gonna be super beneficial. So I'm just gonna keep comboing and take special 1s when I can. It actually just makes me heal. Like, there's no negative benefit to it. Oakley, has to put Despair on just to be mean. Otherwise, I'd finish with a full yellow bar. So here I am, just comboing Nick Fury down. Eating the special 1s for breakfast. And, it's a safe fight. Here I eat a combo, but it doesn't matter. All those bleeds are just gonna, provide more healing, and then they go away. It's pretty ridiculous. So I'm about to get first life down. I'm trying to bait a special 2 here. That felt like an eternity when I was actually fighting the Nick Fury. And then I, am rewatching it, and I'm like, oh, that was like 2.5 seconds. It's so crazy how tense war can be. Like, this war was to clinch masters. If we won this war, we'd get masters. And I knew that I had some tough fights, including the one that I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna dash in and throw a special 3, which is just gonna kill him. My temperature is so high, I got 20 prowess, boosted, recoil, in the bin. So I follow up this with a shared Kitty Pride on node 25, which is pretty smart placement. You're about to see why. I did, dabble in the skill issue criteria here. Oh, this fight goes terribly, but Nimrod, it just can't die to a kitty. So I eat a special 1. And at this point, I'm like, there's no way. These incinerates better not re-trigger, and they better not last a long time. And they don't. And now my goal is just get to a special 2, and it just completely melts her. I don't think this will ever get a kill. I think this is about as bad as it will go. But it's a good placement. It gets rid of Nimrod's armors. Kitty's not that hard of a defender. It's essentially just, hey, I want a Nimrod coming this way. And it almost got me. So here's Mephisto versus Kitty. One of my favorite Kitty fights in the game. Mephisto is just... he's so satisfying to face with Kitty. Like I said, there's some hints to how I die later. And it has to do with me not being as patient as I should be. So I decided to go for a special 2 here versus Mephisto. Because this node, compared to the rest of the nodes on Path 5, first and second section, you don't have problem parrying. So I knew I was going to be able to get my prowess back up. If this was on the shared, or not shared, yeah, I guess 39 or 37, I would not have done that. But now my goal, my temperature is maxed out, and just get to a special 2, and he's done. This war is going so good at this point. I am feeling amazing. I'm like, okay, let me go take this Carl. I'm boosted. Let me heal up a little bit. And my strategy for this fight was let him refine and hit into his block, or hit into him. Let him refine in his magma form, because it'll put incinerates all over me and I'll just ramp. And then I can launch a big special 2 to end it. But he didn't want to play nice. So the white mags ban is pretty good with this placement. I know that most of the time Torch is going to be sent to this fight, and without a white mags it could get really nasty. So at this point I'm just trying to get an intercept, and I cannot get one for the life of me. There you go. Here, I lose all my prowess here. And I eat those hits, and he crits into my block for all that damage. So at this point, I'm just like, alright, let me get him to his magma form, and let me not throw this. So here's magma form number 1, and I gotta get one more out of him. The one good thing is MD is gonna make it really easy to get there. So I wanted to trigger a couple dexes. So here comes the magma. You can see that my temperature is starting to skyrocket a little bit. And now I just need to get one intercept. And I'm going to throw a special 3 and it kills him. Oh, I guess I'm going to throw one more. That special 2 is so sick. I probably just wanted to see it again. It's so cool. So yep. Take Carl and put him through the ground. And Lockheed gets him out of here. So I'm feeling good. I was like, okay, I blocked one hit and it did 20k, because Carl can be a pain in that sense. So I heal up and I'm like, okay, I'm going to Jugs. I feel good. Let me get this Juggernaut. It's dual assigned to both DLL and I. I was dumb. So my goal was to reparry, and I immediately dexed, which is stupid of me. Here, he just keeps MDing up. Oh, there's my screen recording. And so I'm feeling good at this point. Like, okay, this is kind of how I thought it would go. I've neutralized up, so he's not going to get unstoppables. Got my intercept right there. I eat a combo, and he goes red. I thought I was going to die right here. I barely survive. And so now I throw a special 3 just to adrenaline it back up. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be regenning most of this fight because of phase. So let me just make sure that I stay focused and get my prowess back up, which I did. And I feel like I have full control at this point. He's just going down like crazy. Heavy. He dexes and he parries me. Full 5-hit combo into a crit at the end. It sucks so bad to die. At this point, we were losing 0-2, me being the second death, and I thought I just lost this Masters. LVT's been insane this season, and going into this war, I think as an alliance, we all knew that we had to keep it down because that's the type of alliance they are. My ally mates are just the best. They were cheering me up, told me not to sweat it. You know, Kitty's my favorite. I said it in the last video. And so dying with her sucks really bad because there's the whole stigma of, you know, Kitty pride being bad, risky, not worth using. And I've died with her twice this season, which really sucks. So I'm taking this 48 Korg. He's just going to keep throwing special attacks this whole time. It's not really a hard fight. Just got to maintain the spacing. I don't know why I went back to the fight. I want to keep talking about... It sucks. At this point in the season, going into the last war, my record is 79-3. 2 of those being with Kitty. 1 of those being an input issue with a torch. It just, sometimes this game can really, really, really suck. But it's important to look at the silver linings. I know that I set up defense for the first time, like really all on my own. Of course, like, you know, DLL is a major help in a million different ways, so I don't want to take all the credit because that's untrue. But it got 2 kills, and then a placement that I suggested to the BG2 defense guy got 2 kills, like 1 placement. That felt really good. And so I think it's important to always remind yourself that even if you die, that you're an asset to the alliance you're in. And I think that, you know, it's been an amazing season. I think I had an amazing war aside from that Juggernaut fight. I'm really proud of the Kitty fights. And so, yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for watching.